to Wednesday Night Live.
It's Dana and Amy from the Run Eat Drink podcast at runeatdrink.net. This is Wednesday night's beer chat, sans the beer.
Yay!
So welcome. This is a chance for us to hang out together, tune out the world, not talk about current events, at least not like serious current events of any import. And we're going to talk about running, eating, drinking, and whatever other random things come to mind.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right.
Do us a favor. I've got you guys on this camera. I'm going to call this camera 1, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Please say hello. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you're drinking.
We're so happy you're
Camera
here.
2 is
You have
Instagram.
no idea.
Who you are, where you're from, what
What
you're drinking. Amy's monitoring Instagram.
I am.
I am. Somebody put me in charge of everything else.
I did.
I don't know why.
Because you are in charge of everything else.
Okay.
Did you have told everybody? We're so happy, Rhonda Lee, that you're here. Roxy Renee Fitness, welcome. Cheryl is going to share what she's having for dinner. Roxy Renee is in Maryland. And Josh is here. Rhonda Lee has made us international. Fun Size Jen is here. Cheryl is having a hard seltzer, and she just finished some hip and glute exercises.
Ouch.
Yes.
It'll really be ouch day after tomorrow.
And just started another daily plank challenge. So 1 minute today. 1 minute today. And every little thing's going to be all right. You know, I love it when Fun Size Jen quotes musical lyrics. Then you know it's going to be a great night in the chat. Yes. And Fun Size Jen also says, we don't talk about Disney registration.
Actually, we totally are going to talk about that.
You can just put
it's an ugly subject. We know
emojis in the chat when we talk about it, expressing your feeling, or tell us, you know, we're having barbecue sandwiches. Cheryl is leftover brisket. Oh,
nice.
Love that. Leftover baked beans and coleslaw. I love coleslaw. Good coleslaw. And Rhonda Lee, we are so happy. She's going to go grab a bubbly. I don't know if that's champagne or if it's that bubbly fizzy water that she's going to grab. But we're so incredibly happy that you're here. All of you. You have no idea what it means tonight. We've been 2 weeks without you, so we have missed you very much. Who else is here?
We've got, let's see, let me blow this up. Hold on. Game on.
Babs is here. Mark is here.
Yes.
Yay.
I can see now. There we go.
Yay. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. It's been a busy week, of course. You know, there was this little race that happened earlier in the week, this little thing called the Boston Marathon. You know,
just it's little
thing,
right? Babs, it's little.
Yeah,
it's little.
And there was also this other thing that happened a little later in the week.
Run Disney registration.
The Run Disney registration for Disney's Marathon weekend, which is the largest of the Run Disney events. It had issues, I think is the best way to describe it. Issues.
I also posted something in Runcation Nation that we need to discuss.
You did.
I am going to send pictures over there.
Oh, okay. Dan Rams from the Cape Coral Running Group has joined us as well.
Darlene is here. I'm very excited.
Awesome.
Yay.
We got quite the crew tonight.
I hope that you are resting comfortably, getting hydrated, and healing very well.
Yes.
I really hope. Darlene, you're on the mend. So Fun Size Jen says, my invisible friend Mary is here. My other invisible friend Tony. We aren't talking.
Oh.
I don't know. But hi to the invisible friends. I'm not sure what that's about. I feel like I'm missing something.
And Josh is in the chat over here on YouTube as well.
Yay!
And Babs says very small. Boston's a very small.
It's so little. Tiny. It's minuscule.
Dan from the Cape Coral Running
Come
Group, like I
on.
said. Yeah, and I think even Mark is having to laugh about the whole
Is he? Is he
the
laughing?
Disney
Has he put
registration
emojis in the chat?
thing. Yeah, emojis there.
Katie, how are you?
Yep, and Josh, you might be one of the few people smiling about the glitches at Disney, but we are definitely going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it.
It's news,
Yeah.
and not that this is a hard news live stream or
No,
anything, but it's definitely the place to discuss
It's
it.
running related, so yeah. But first, here, welcome, Meg. We're so happy you're here.
Yes.
Love you, girl. I love you. And cheers to everybody.
All of you.
And thank
to
you for joining us.
Yes.
We're having mocktails tonight. I know we asked you what you were drinking. We're having mocktails because of the 75 hard challenge. And what, 25 days left?
20. Hold on. Don't shortchange us. Let's see. I can get the official count right here. Today is day 54.
Okay, so
21 days remaining. 3 weeks.
Okay.
3 weeks.
But in the meantime, Dana made the mocktail. I know that in the coffee chat I said that I was going to make the mocktail, but I made him make the mocktail, which is this free Merlot, alcohol removed Merlot. Yeah. Is it? Well, wait, that's wrong. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, everything's backwards when you're doing it.
It's backwards. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Free Merlot. Although my favorite of theirs is the Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm sure that Meg does have several thoughts on the Run Disney topic, which we'll get to in a moment. This mocktail is brought to you by lemon muddled cherries.
Muddled Luxardo cherries.
With
a little additional simple syrup.
And a little simple.
Yeah.
It's quite delightful. So cheers. Cheers, first of all. Can we go in chronological order? Do you all mind hanging tough for like a moment? Let's go in chronological order. Babs, are you still here in the chat? Amazing. She's amazing. Andy, who I know is traveling, so she can't be here in the chat. Amazing. Also, Amanda Napolitano that we had on last week to talk about the Mother's Day and Your Way 5K, Mother's Day 5K and Your Way.
Yes.
For the Donna Foundation.
The Your Way is the virtual option.
Yes. What is the garnish on the drink?
That's a very oddly cut lemon. I was trying to get fancy and I overcut the length of it. So
it's beautiful.
If you do them like that, you could kind of stand the lemon wedge up. And I overdid it a little bit with the knife. So it's good. It's just an ugly version of that. That's all.
Yeah. So Amanda, Chris Twiggs, Chief Training Officer for Galloway Running Programs, Chris Twiggs, Amanda Napolitano, Executive Director of the Donna Foundation, Babs from the D Squad, All Things Volunteer, charity runner, amazing all-around human being, Marco Chisetto.
Yeah.
John, welcome to the chat, John Schroeder. I mean, let's just talk about all of the awesome feelings that came up on Monday. Did anybody watch the Boston Marathon? Because I will tell you, I am working. Elvira, how are you? James Loves Trail Runs, how are you? Happy birthday to, I believe it was your daughter who is celebrating tonight. And Nancy Bagliani is celebrating a birthday
today.
And in this past week, we had Susie also. Fantastic. So I just can't tell you how amazing it was. Here, I need a little test because we just got a phone call.
Did that come through?
Well, no. We did. We got you.
Did you have that turned off?
So I don't know if we just lost audio.
Oh, let's find out.
Yeah. Can you still hear us now? Can you hear me now?
See, again, here's the hey, Trip is in the chat over on YouTube.
Is that why you glitched?
Kelly, who is in charge of craft services this evening? That would be me.
Yes, of course. It's him. It's not.
But yeah,
me.
my knife skills were a little bit weak.
I like it. I think it's different. I think it's
John,
beautiful.
I'm getting caught up on comments here.
Me too. But they have to tell me if they can still hear.
Yeah, Instagram, let us know if we lost audio.
Now we can hear you.
Okay.
And John Schroeder says, I lost it a minute, but now we're good. John Schroeder says we're good. So I'm just going to keep going. So, Meg, can you still hear us? We want to know because you watched it. It was amazing. I know. Mine's tomorrow.
And Babs is still in the chat over here.
Good. Because Rhonda Lee says it was freaking amazing to watch Boston, although my family thinks I'm nuts. Let me just tell you, I had it in a little window on my iPad. While I may or may not have been.
My question is, you had it in a little window on your iPad. We literally have a 60-inch computer display. Okay, you could have put it in a little window on the 60-inch computer display, and it would have been as big as your iPad.
The call is glitching. No, we're okay now, I think. Hang on. Oh, birthdays. Yes. Roxy Renee Fitness's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, awesome.
So, yes. No, now we're good. So I think that they can still hear.
Okay.
So, yes, it was freaking amazing to watch it. I thought the women's race was perfect. 100% perfect because it was a race down to the finish. And it's the 50th anniversary of when women could actually register and have an official number at Boston. So, bam! The ladies brought the heat. Yeah, it was incredible. Are you kidding me?
What a year to have a nail biter finish, too. Oh. I mean, that was just kind of like awesome. That was kind of like the exclamation point on the end of the sentence.
And if you watch the ladies, if you go back and you watch the ladies, I don't know if anybody else saw this. If you go back and you watch them, it's like they exchanged the lead a couple of times, and it was like they were talking to each other. And I would have loved to have had a microphone on those ladies.
A parabolic microphone on that course at that moment would have been great.
Yes, because I have no idea what they were saying to each other about who was going to take the lead and share the lead, because Meb will talk about that in his book. He'll say, sometimes runners will gesture to you to take the lead if you're on their heels, kind of drafting for a long time. Mm-hmm. And so I would love to know, or maybe they've had some interviews that I haven't caught up on yet where they talk about it. But I will also tell you, one of the most amazing interviews that we saw on Monday was that of friend of the Runcation Nation, Marco Cicchetto, who won his division.
Yeah.
And missed his PR by 30 seconds. And what was his response?
Let me do it again.
Yeah. And the first thing the guy said to him from the local affiliate was, how are you feeling? And he's like, I feel like I just ran a marathon.
He was so great.
Funny.
He was so genuinely warm and sweet in the interview. I shared the interview.
Oh, I shared it everywhere.
Runcation Nation, and I had to laugh. Marco, hopefully we can get him back on the show. We promise that unlike NBC Sports, we'll pronounce your name correctly, sir.
We're going to try. He kept saying Marco Cicchetto. And I was like, it's Cicchetto, because he does a stinger for the beginning of our show sometimes. And it's so right.
I am Marco Cicchetto, and you are listening to
We're playing it over here.
It's Drink Podcast.
It's Cicchetto, so we know. It's good. So he was great. It was, oh my God. And Meg says, Rhonda Lee, your family only now just realized you're nuts. Mine is known for years. And Roxy Renee Fitness says, the moment the brother of the youngest victim, Martin Richard's brother, crossed the finish line. Oh my God. And I think that Meb posted a picture with with them.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. I think it was Meb on Twitter. He might have posted everywhere.
Trips.
Yeah.
I think she's saying it's Meb.
Yeah, I think it was Meb that did it. He didn't actually run, but we know people that ran who
We
were
do.
amazing, who I may or may not have been tracking on my phone in the app the entire time and watching them run together. Amanda and Andy were amazing. Amanda and Andy were together
Mhm.
and they crossed the finish line. And as I understand it, Babs, as I understand it, you medaled them, as well as several members of 261 Fearless. And you had an amazing run with Catherine Switzer herself
I may have seen that photo.
in the 5K
That's
over the
pretty-
weekend.
That's pretty cool.
Come on. Come on. You all are living your best lives. I'm serious. I am serious. What an amazing day for running.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing day for Boston.
Yeah, I mean, you had I think overall, all of the coverage, all of our friends who were there, and whether they were running, volunteering, cheering people on,
Yes.
Meg and her mom.
Oh my God. Can we welcome to the chat?
Great
Steph.
photos, by the way.
We got photos of Meg and her mom and the race signs, and Brian was there, and we saw and apparently they saw Andy and Amanda. I mean, we don't know details yet, but apparently they saw, because she was at mile 15 and she got some pictures with some people that she knew that she was cheering on, and she had little kits for runners, like with like nutrition, like goodies, sugar, hydration, and like, I don't know, Meg, was there biofreeze in there or something?
Okay,
I'm so,
since you mentioned that,
yes,
that to me is one of those things I have a real hard time with. Biofreeze or any of those types of liniments or anything like that, trying to apply that while in motion and running, like,
it's a hard thing, and you need gloves.
well, which
something.
makes it, for me, makes it virtually impossible. No one's gloving up, and I mean, unless you're going to stop at a medical tent and do
She
it.
did. She had biofreeze.
I can't do that. I've tried before, and I'm just like, screw it. I'm not dealing with this. I'll just enjoy the cramp.
Enjoy the cramp.
yeah.
No way.
I
I take their gloves, but now I'm smarter than that. Now I have a biofreeze roll-on that I carry with me.
A roll-on would be a better way to go.
Yeah.
Or it would be the only way to go. But even then, you got to stop to do it so you don't kill yourself.
And so you don't get it in places where it should not be.
Well, and that's the other thing.
That's all I'm saying.
You end up, you have it on your hands, you apply it to the area, whether it's your calf, your thigh, your glutes, whatever. And then you've got the hand covered in the mentholated, burny stuff.
Oh.
And no amount of like field washing of your hands is going to be enough to get that all off. And you are eventually going to forget and wipe your brow or wipe the sweat from your eyes
or something.
And yeah.
And if you wear contact lenses, that's just wrong.
Yep.
It's the wrong thing to do.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. Take it from someone who wears contact lenses. I don't know if you feel this pain. PM from Pure Creative Apparel and Jennifer Fink have joined the chat.
Awesome.
We're just talking about the Boston Marathon and all the wonderful things that we saw. It's just so amazing. It was so amazing. I can't tell you. And I just applaud Meg and her mom and Brian. Anne is her mom, and Babs at the finish, and everybody who ran. And we had a little big deal this past week. We released the episode early, because we had another runner from Boston this year and a champion from 1968 on the show. And we released the episode on Monday on Boston Marathon Day.
Yeah, I mean,
Patriots Day.
It was a theme.
Marathon Monday. It was so great to see him run his race there. And I was tracking him in the app. And so Amby Burfoot, a contemporary of Bart Yasso's, who we've had on the show before, and Jeff Galloway. He went to college with Jeff Galloway, our coach and America's coach. He was just so giving of his time. And we put all the Boston conversation, all things Boston into the feed. And then anybody who is a patron of our show will get the full Friday.
Right.
Is going to get the full interview so that you can hear about his connection to several Boston Marathon winners and race directors and
luminaries
and heroes. And you can hear about how he got his passion for running and just and a unique race that he and his family ran a marathon in Athens, and just a funny story there. So, it's coming for you patrons.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
So this was an amazing week for running, and the week started out great. I mean, Boston, I think by any measure is going to be considered a success. It looked like the weather was great. Everything looked wonderful. The photos that we got from you guys and from other friends were just incredible.
Hey, Cheryl says she never thought to use BioFreeze during a race. She thought it was more for recovery.
I agree.
Maybe that's it. Unless you're
desperate. I'm not living that dangerous.
Well, I was desperate on a couple of Run Disney runs. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that leads me to my segue, because the running started out super positive. I mean, so much greatness going on at Boston. And then one of the larger professional race events that gets people down here to Florida every year is the Run Disney Marathon Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And that is their annual race weekend that they hold in January. And that weekend includes a 5K, a 10K, a half, and a full. And you can run any or all of those, including the challenges of the Goofy and the Dopey. These events are so big and so logistically demanding that race registration for Marathon Weekend opened yesterday. That is the 19th of April for a race that's going to be in January of 2023. And in years past, you have early registration for annual pass holders. You have early registration for Disney Vacation Club members. You have race registrations with the ability to buy extra special gift packs and things. So race registration is an event, and it's like any online event where all of a sudden everybody who has any interest whatsoever starts hammering the servers. Absolutely hammering the servers. And this year, and historically, there have been problems. It's just a thing. Amy will tell you, so we've told stories about Amy with multiple web browsers across multiple devices, clicking refresh and getting in the queue. And then once you're in, you have to wait. And it is far from a seamless experience. And this is one of those additional layers or things that we don't tend to talk about on the show, because like we always say, we don't really talk down things on the podcast, and we're not really talking down things here, but I think that we have to at least acknowledge some of the stuff that went on.
Yes.
And this year, there were more than a couple of hiccups with the race registration for the Run Disney Marathon Weekend. In a matter of just a few minutes, the servers were completely overloaded.
Meg says that it's never open 2.5 hours late, though.
Right.
Yeah. And Rhonda Lee says there's no need to hide it. There's a lot to be salty about, Meg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This event, all of the what do they call them? The not unaccounted for, but the unspoken for or bibs are released at this time, and it's kind of a first come, first serve.
Yeah.
These do not include charity bibs, corporate bibs, that type of thing. This unveiling, this rollout, this registration was, from what we are able to gather, across the internet, and that includes the experience of many of our Runcation Nation members here, was a bit of a disaster.
It was abysmal, to put it lightly.
Yeah.
I mean, lightly.
It was 2 hours and 15 minutes late getting started.
Yeah, that's what she said. It was like 2.5 hours.
So they had a hard time.
But it wasn't first come, first serve, and that's my biggest source of saltiness.
Yes. Well,
because
there's also
I was on the site and it kept saying, we're working on it. We're working on it. We're working on it, and never let me in. By the time they let me in, it was all done.
Well, and then you have the issue. So you've got the technical issues that had people locked out for the entirety of the time. By the time they got in, everything was sold out, or the event that they wanted was sold out. Then you have the issue of the only early registration that was allowed were people who are members of Club Run Disney. And Club Run Disney is basically, as I actually put it in one of the running groups that I belong to, which is basically pay more to play. So you get preferential race registration, and you get preferential corral placement
depending on the level you purchase.
Depending on the level that you purchase and how much you're willing to, how much more money you're willing to throw at it.
Yeah.
So this caused a lot of consternation, and now within I think it was within an hour or hour and a half, every event sold out. Everything. There are no more bibs to be had, unless you want to do a charity bid. So there are still vehicles for people that are wanting to do a Run Disney event.
I'm going to tell you, I was at work. This is when I was working out of the home and in Naples. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I successfully registered for the 10K. You and me, as our retail establishment opened for the day.
Right.
Last year. Duh!
Yeah.
Sorry.
So this caused a lot of problems for a lot of people. And
Meg says there are not a lot of charity bibs left.
And
there are waiting lists.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. That you now have now even the charity bibs are going. So there's a lot of discussion online as to, did they shrink the actual size of the race?
Poppy's Lex is here.
Hello.
If this is Marcos, we want you to know we talk about your food all the time.
We do.
And we love it. Kentucky has some of the best Mexican food in the world because of you. I just interrupted all of the Run Disney talk because you need to know that. Back to you.
Back to you. Okay. So yes. This was a huge thing. And, please drop a comment. Let us know what you're thinking, what your thoughts were, what your experiences were with the Run Disney registration. I know I saw that some of our Runcation Nation did manage to get in.
Yes,
in some way, shape, or form.
Congratulations to you if you survived the gauntlet. Yes, if you will. I was home with multiple devices and still got screwed out of the 10K, Meg says.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, and that's unfortunate. And that actually makes us beg the question sometimes, is that something that we need to discuss the registration process going forward as we cover any races? from Disney, because
Yeah.
this is a big component
It's a big deal.
to the whole experience.
Our friends over at the
And it's
Rise
a
and
huge
Run
limiting
podcast,
factor.
the friends over at the Rise and Run podcast, Rise and Run pod on Instagram,
Mhm.
and they have a Facebook group, and they talk about it before the registration happens. And based on previous weekends, they talked about like tips and tricks, but I don't think any of that would have helped you here.
Now, this was a situation where I
None.
think the technical problems created kind of a cascading failure. Like it tripped out of the gate, and there was no graceful recovery. And I mean, there were issues. People were getting the message that their card got charged, and then they were getting a follow-up message saying they didn't get in.
Well, that didn't happen to me.
There were a lot of people that happened to.
But that is so sad.
Stuff like that. So it was a rough day for a lot of people, and it's hard because Run Disney events, they are wonderful.
They are.
Without a doubt, they are wonderful.
They
The experience, the quality of the metal, the sights, the things that you're going to get to do, the camaraderie of the runners, it is phenomenal.
Yes.
It's also very expensive.
Yeah. You pay.
You're paying a Disney premium. It's a
Mhm.
Disney tax or a Disney premium. That is undeniable. And that's why I don't know that, unless you're just a diehard Disney fan and you want to do all the Disney races, I don't know that I would recommend to a runner do all of them. You know, I would say find the one that really speaks to you and do that, try it, you know, and if you want to try another one, you know, but like to do them all, they're very pricey for us to do.
It's difficult.
Yeah. For the two of us to do the upcoming Wine and Dine, I know, shocker, that, you know, the Run Eat Drink podcast is doing the Wine and Dine.
We did get into that.
We
I
did.
had an easier time at the registration process. Well, Meg helped me a lot.
Yes.
And I might have had several windows open on each device in
Right.
multiple browsers and all of that.
But you didn't have a crash at the beginning, which
Nope.
contributed to this problem.
Right. So,
But that registration for two people for that race weekend's over $1,000.
Yeah.
So, and that's before hotel and the first bite of food on that race weekend. So that is something you absolutely have to consider. Now you have to factor in the difficulty, the budgeting, the time that you're going to have to devote on the moment race registration opens to make sure that you get in, and that you so that you might actually be able to get a slot. You know,
yeah. And Meg says they have nothing figured out. It's ridiculous. Rhonda, she says, I only started running to eventually earn a Mickey medal. I hope you get to do that.
And that's, yeah.
And it appears that you do in the half marathon connected to 2023.
Yes.
So she will be able to do it.
And I'm excited for you.
Mhm.
And again, don't take this as an indictment overall of the Run Disney experience. It's not.
No.
It is just something that I think in the discussion of the Run Disney experience, you can't ignore that elephant in the room.
You cannot.
Because that is it's even if you get in, if it's seamless, great. It's rarely seamless, even for us. Although this past, for Wine and Dine, it was more so. But Meg, I can tell you from what I've seen, it appears that they've gotten their process or their computer systems have gotten worse over time, not better. And that's, you know, I used to get onto Apple or in some of the Apple groups, same exact thing. You know, every year they launch this thing called an iPhone, and you would think that they would actually, you know, buy a couple of servers to handle the traffic that the phone orders are going to create. And it was always a nightmare. It got to the point where we would just show up, or me and some friends would just show up on launch day and buy a phone as best we could.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was nuts.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, you should talk about the process. Yes. Yeah. John agreed.
I think we should, and we will.
And we will talk about the registration process. And I am sure that our cohorts here in the Runcation Nation, like Fun Size Jen, like the members of the Will Run For podcast, like Meg and Running Through Wonderland Jen and everybody, man. Crescent Lake Club, Ryan Runs Disney, Mare Wears, who's making costumes for people. Now, I know that they would have a lot to say about tips, tricks, pros, cons, advantages, disadvantages, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been registering for races since 2007 and never had a day of insanity like yesterday, Meg says. Never.
I'd agree.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you survived the gauntlet and got in, good for you. Good for you. We look forward to and hope that it is a great experience. Now, Josh,
we didn't get in.
We're
not running, but we may try to get up there and meet up.
Yeah, because that's the whole reason we did the 10K this past year, is to meet up with Rhonda Lee, who couldn't travel, unfortunately. So we're hoping that will be a possibility in 2023. And Josh, it's no secret in the world that our favorite all-time weekend, hands down, is the Donna.
Oh yeah.
It's the one we went to a podcasting conference 3 years ago now. And we met fellow podcasters who wanted to interview us right on the spot about our favorite race experience and why somebody should do that.
Experiences you should have podcast.
And that's Gail, who's the host of it. And she, I mean, and she asked us, and I didn't have to go first. He didn't have to go first. At the very same time, we both said the Donna.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's an amazing, amazing race. So I make no secret of that. And I want everybody in the Runcation Nation at some point in the future to join us. I'm looking at everybody 2023. Yeah.
I'm looking at everybody for 2023. Yes, all of you.
all of you. And I don't care if you come as a cheer squad. I don't care if you just come to have a beer with us post tavern. I don't care.
I think the cheer squad that we had this year enjoyed themselves, even though they weren't running. They got to look at a bunch of goofballs dressed in a bunch of pink.
Well, it was great.
Yes.
And the people who ran had a great time, and just the people we met.
A great time in spite of some weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't wait for next year, and I hope people join us again. That's all I'm saying.
Indeed.
That's all I'm saying. And Darlene says she's in for Donna 2023.
Excellent.
I am so excited to hear that. I hear that Susie is in.
Excellent.
I hope so. Birthday girl Susie from last weekend.
We got to get Dawn and
what is wrong with you?
I am just, you know what? Not enough blood sugar after my run this afternoon. We got to get Dawn and JoJo to come and,
Dawn
round it out.
Yes.
And Josh.
Yes, of course. Naturally. We have to get everybody.
We got to get the gang back together. It's like Ocean's 11.
You're just thinking, you just want everybody.
I do.
And all of the names are in your head and you just can't get them all out. I would love for John Schroeder to come.
Yeah, John.
I
think that needs to happen.
Yeah. I would love for Meg to do it. I would love for Jennifer Fink to do it.
All of you, the whole Runcation Nation. If we can get enough people, that means we can get a discount at the hotel. Yeah. So, speaking of some Donna fun, if you are looking for a way to support the Donna and you're looking to maybe come and do a meetup, we are going to do the Mother's Day 5K in Jacksonville for Donna. We're going to be there for Mother's Day weekend. You can register still if you go to runeatdrink.net/Donna. All the information is there. You can run in person with us, come hang out. You can run virtually and hang out with us on a live stream and show us your out there running and we can live stream it together. Or if you just want to make a donation, you can do that as well. The link our links take you to the official website. You can go there and you can make a donation or register for either the Your Way, the Mother's Day Your Way, or the Mother's Day 5K in-person race. So they are not a sponsor. We just believe in them, but they were kind enough to give us a discount code Run, Eat, Drink is your discount code for 5% off your race registration. So go check that out, please. Oh, yes. Josh, Trip has to come.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
Josh, you have a good night, my friend. Be safe.
Yeah.
Josh is jumping out over on the tubes.
Josh, you really should stay for seeing this picture that we're going to put up next.
Yes.
You really should.
You know, we do talk about our friends over at Nice Guys Pizza a good bit. And
that's what we're going to talk about next.
We talk about them because they're a local favorite. We love them dearly. They're
Mhm.
amazing people. Greg and Jovana, who are the owners and the creative geniuses in that fine dining establishment.
Brittany doing the cocktails. James, awesome.
Yes. Jamie,
just all things wonderful. She's the queen.
She is. And we don't talk about Jamie nearly enough. Jamie went viral last year when they did
some kind of domino can crushing.
She went viral on, it was either TikTok or Instagram, and she was doing like this hopping, like hopping to music and crushing cans that were laid out on the ground. It got like over 1 million views, something like that. It was crazy, but she is a sweetheart. But they have decided to strike a blow for unity. They are trying to be uniters and not dividers.
That is true.
Okay.
They are uniters. And Nice Guys Pizza.
We have a rift in the Runcation Nation. I'm not afraid to admit it. I know no community is perfect, but
there's a division.
Our community has a deep and abiding love that will get us through this division that exists. And that is the division between those who love pizza rolls and those who love bagel bites. Nice Guys Pizza may actually have solved this problem.
I think they have.
Because I want everybody to behold this pizza that is a special for 420 and I believe into the weekend as well.
Into the weekend?
I believe so. I don't think it's going to be just a one night thing.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm sorry.
Are you now? Ta-da!
Wait.
All right, everybody. This pizza, and see, the divisions are already happening here.
It's happening?
Josh has already seen this photo, and he does believe they, in fact, solved the argument. This pizza has, as toppings, both that wonderful pepperoni that they have.
Oh, yes. What, like as a cup?
This is this is the cupping pepperoni.
Oh my gosh.
It also has pizza rolls.
It's amazing.
And bagel bites on the pizza.
Amazing.
Now, I don't think that I have ever seen a more meta Inception-esque pizza in my life. And this is, I don't know if this is culinary genius or culinary terrorism, but I like it. And Trip is team pizza roll, Amy.
Yay!
And Josh says that's epic, right?
It is.
It is absolutely epic.
I'm serious. What? I mean, do you need the street corn sauce on it? I don't know.
John is saying that it needs the street corn sauce. You know, something tells me that if you wanted a dipping sauce,
I think that you should put it on the side.
Put it on the side.
Put it on the side.
Now,
Darlene says she needs the pizza.
Right?
Yes. I agree.
I mean, this is a carb lover's dream. Pizza is anyway. But when you have carbs as a topping, like, I don't know that it gets much better than this, although we did. Right? Kelly is saying, I'm skipping the pizza bagel bite creation, ordering one of their special desserts.
Oh,
we haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, hold my God.
On. So I believe that we have, we've also got those photos lined up.
I mean, I think I sent everything to the computer.
I think you did.
But listen, I don't know which one you're sharing first.
Well, let me
but
pull up the next one here. Okay.
Which one is this?
This is the one I want.
This is the one you want?
I am the weirdo. I don't think that this is a popular candy for most people.
Is this the Musketeers?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So the musket roll is deep fried 3 Musketeer egg rolls with cinnamon sugar, Nutella, and jam. Stand by.
Amy's sharing this over on Instagram. We don't want anybody left out from seeing this. And
There.
I think this might be.
So Cheryl said about the pizza that it's something she would probably relive for the rest of the day. I don't know. And it sounds amazing. Jennifer thinks so.
And Josh says if they could make a deep dish for the Chicago folks, we'd have something here. That
I'm sure that they
can
would.
you imagine that they add enough cheese and pepperoni to make that deep dish? Good grief.
Can you? I would love for them to do it. I think that there should be like a competition night or something. They could do some kind of themed night where they could have like different pizzas from different regions of the country.
Something.
It would be awesome.
But I know you do need special pans for doing the Chicago deep dish. And
Yeah.
Kelly is with me. She's down for the musket roll. That I love 3 Musketeers. There's something about that airiness of that nougat in the center. It's not like a traditional nougat, which is, denser.
This is not for me.
Oh, well, you don't like chocolate. So
Yeah.
of course it's not for you.
But Cheryl says, have you seen an air fried PB&J?
No, but that sounds glorious.
I would love to see that.
I would absolutely
love
do
to
that.
see that.
Oh, the
Stand by.
next up, I don't know how I ended up going straight to the desserts, but
Should
I did. No, we're gonna go with this because I got it open.
Yeah. Should I read? What is this one?
This is
The deep fried Rice Krispie treat?
Yes.
Okay. Deep fried Rice Krispie treats, breaded and deep fried Nutella and jam. Stand by, Instagram.
Yeah, guys. How do you make a Rice Krispies treat better? Panko crust it and deep fry it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you'll notice.
Well, that's the only pizza. The pizza that we talked about is the only savory thing from this menu.
Yeah, but I could have brought back that Peeps pizza because
Oh, that's true.
I mean, Morgan the Moose Wright of American Ninja Warrior fame is a friend of the show, friend of ours,
Yes.
friend of Nice Guys Pizza, and I think he's the one that coaxed them into that one,
Mm-hmm.
and loved it. Loved it. He also
yeah.
did a collaborative beer over at Millennial Brewing with Peeps. And we still have to try to get our hands on some of that so that we can have it in 3 weeks.
Darlene, well, somebody said you lost me at Nutella. Otherwise, it looks amazing. I like the Rice Krispie treats. Darlene says, lost me on dessert. Let's get back to pizza. Darlene, how do you feel about a pizza with Peeps and Takis? Peeps and Takis.
If you've got that photo, send it over. I'll put it back up there.
Stand by. Stay in the chat. I'm working on it.
All right. Now I don't know what I'm looking at here. Is this also the...
I want that's a different one. I have to get back to the menu to tell you which one it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to get back to the menu to tell you. Okay. Okay. Stand by. The Peeps Pizza is en route to you.
And Amy's going to tell me what this is. It looks like it's dusted with cinnamon sugar. So
I had
it looks like an egg roll.
Ice cream and flaming Cheetos after I failed 75 hard, Jennifer thinks us. After the time that she had to
okay.
restart.
Yeah.
So
vanilla ice cream and flaming Cheetos simultaneously?
And Darlene says she loves Peeps and Takis, so yes.
I mean, that would not be an everyday pizza for me.
Did you oh, I already put up the Peeps pizza for
Oh, hold on.
put up the Pete's Pizza.
I'm being vetoed here. Hold on,
Would you
guys.
put up the
I'm
Pete's?
yes, I will put up the Pete. I'll put up the Pete's Pizza. Oh, okay. It's a Snickers roll.
Yes,
So that's a Snickers.
Yes.
Instead of that's also perfectly acceptable.
Okay.
I do like Snickers. Although, you know what? Honestly, the only time I ever eat these candies, like any of those, Three Musketeer Snickers, any of that, I only will have them at Halloween. And outside of like the week after Halloween, I do not touch candy bars. Like it's so rare. I could count the number of times.
I like Twix.
But
or Rice Krispie treats are also very good.
I won't seek them out.
No,
I just don't.
Like, what do you think of the Peeps Pizza?
I'm about to share it. And yes, Trip is calling into question. This pizza is going to make you question a lot of things.
Yeah. And Jennifer Fink says, that pizza was made for me. How do I get it? And I was like, I think that they should try and make it. I don't know. I mean, if you follow Nice Guys on Instagram and TikTok, I believe that Jovina tried the Taki and Peeps Pizza live.
Yes.
And there's a description in the video notes about what it's got on it, what all it's got on it. Because it's not just Peeps and Takis, it's like cheese and all this other stuff.
Yeah, this pizza, I believe that they were leaning into, it's going to have a lot of things on it that are quote unquote not supposed to be on pizza, because there's also pineapple on this pizza. So
pineapple.
There is pineapple on this pizza. Yes.
I didn't remember that at all.
Yes. So again, this would not be the typical pizza that we would get. It's also this is one of those creative, collaborative, oddball things that they do. Their traditional stuff is amazing.
Oh, okay, I got it. It's got stand by.
Somebody needs their reading glasses.
James loves trail runs.
Bye, James.
Have a good night. Pizza. Peeps, Takis, Tahine, Linguica.
Yep.
Did I
Sausage.
say that? Pineapple, provolone, parmesan, mozzarella, garlic. When asked if the pizza was better than she thought it would be, Jamie said yes. James said this pizza is good. Skylar said, I like it. Jovina said, damn. The critics have spoken. Try this pizza.
So there you have it, folks.
So yeah.
Spicy and sweet, Josh. Absolutely. That's it's funny what ends up happening when you combine those two things, and things that you absolutely wouldn't normally put together can sometimes work out really well. This is also very clearly going for some visual impact,
of course,
and a little bit of an oh wow factor, because it's it's snack food.
Yeah.
And yeah. But they really do an amazing job there. And full disclosure, of course, Greg and Jovina and Nice Guys Pizza, they are patrons of the show.
But yeah,
we love them and talk them up anyway. They are just amazing.
We were
people.
Huge supporters long before we even had a podcast.
We are legitimately like customers 1 and 2.
I mean, and speaking of our podcast, our 5th year anniversary is coming up. We covered their 5th year on our show.
We did
some years ago.
We did indeed.
3 years ago. So.
Yes, they did a collaboration with a local brewery, and they had like a multiple unique one-off beers that were made just for them, including, I think that was the first time I ever had a glitter beer.
Yes. Who did that one? Big Top Brewing.
Josh has actually been to Nice Guys with us, and he's not wrong. They do these amazing marinated olives there that like three or four different kinds of olives. And they actually do like pickled lemon lemon zest, lemon rind, herbs. So good.
But I mean, their hummus with the pepper jelly, also very good.
Trip is saying blasphemy.
Well,
again,
what can we do?
You gotta open your mind on that one. I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. So we are coming up to the top of the hour. So this looks like timing is Perfect. Thank you, Nice Guys Pizza, for letting us use your photos. If you're going to be down here in the Southwest Florida area, check them out.
Mhm.
They are online also, niceguyspizza.com.
Yeah.
If you check out our patron page, of course, you can click on their icon and it'll take you right to their website as well. We do have the new episode up, the interview with Ambi Burfoot. That is in the feed right now. Check that out. Patrons, you guys get the full interview with him, and we talked with him for over an hour. So you're talking about running royalty. They're a person who's even at this stage in his career is still.
He ran the Boston in like 4 hours and change, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did a full 26 in, about the time it would take me to run a half.
And Marco was fabulous. Everybody who ran the Boston, who volunteered or was a cheer squad, well done.
Yeah.
This week. What does it say? I can't.
Josh says, "What's the dessert they have with all the calories?"
Every dessert.
Yeah, all of them. All of them. This is probably the deep fried Oreos.
Oh, Fun Size Jen has just returned. We were sharing a Peeps Pizza, Fun Size Jen. Oh, it's so great. And Dawn, congratulations on making it into Dopey. We were sharing disappointment and sadness of some and joy of others.
Absolutely.
Also in the chat, but we're happy that you'll be able to run with your daughter. It's fabulous. Wedding and all.
Exactly.
Congratulations. Yes.
So new episode is up in the feed. Check that out. Go to runeatdrink.net. Click on listen now to listen. Of course, we would really love it if you would like and subscribe in your favorite podcatcher. Also, big thank you to patron of the show, John Schroeder.
Yes.
For being the person who has been the very first person to click on the link on the support the show page and buy Amy a coffee. So thank you for doing that. He's done it not once.
He bought you a coffee too.
He's done it not once, but twice. He bought you coffee. He bought me coffee. Yeah. So thank you so much for doing that as well. You know how we like coffee, and that was just a very, very nice thing to do. So, anyway, guys, new episode will be coming up. Full interview with Ambi on Friday for patrons. New episode will be in the feed next week. Next week, we are on the road. So we may have some logistical issues with live stream. It may be a little different format. We will let you know and keep you advised. But
remember when we were separated for a week each month of last summer? It may be like that. We don't know.
So we'll see how it's going to go.
Yeah.
But until then, guys, thank you so much for giving us an hour of your time, tuning out the world, forgetting about all that stuff in the news, and just hanging out with friends. And you guys are amazing.
Yes. Thank you so much for tonight. It really means a lot.
So we will talk to you guys really soon. Coffee chat tomorrow.
Yes. They're ultra short because they're on the break.
Coffee chat with her.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you guys really, really soon. Good night, everybody.
Bye, Dawn. We're so happy you got it at Dopey.